Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so a viewer from Osaka came to where I live, my city, Fukuoka, Japan, and we talked about watches. Where did we do it? We did it at the Anpan Man Museum, which is, it's not much of a museum, it's more of a gigantic play area for kids. Now, if you don't know, you're seeing footage up in the corner there, I know, but Anpan Man is essentially a character here in Japan, and this is, like I said, it's not much of a museum, the way you would think of it. It's just basically a play area. And so he had his young child with him, and I had my 3.5-year-old daughter with me, and so we sort of set them loose and, stole off to a corner of Anpan Man Museum and talked to watches. And I got some footage of a few of the watches that he brought with him, one of them being the Tudor Black Bay. So without further ado, we're going to roll into the interview I had with him concerning the Tudor Black Bay, which is a fantastic watch. All right, enjoy. Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, let's take a look at a Tudor Black Bay. This is on the wrist of a viewer and a friend from Osaka, Japan.
Hey.
Hey. So let's do a little watch interview today. Okay, so you got the Tudor on today.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about this Tudor?
Well, I like the vintage styling. I gotta say, I'm a sucker for the aesthetics on this one, like the burgundy bezel.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Like with the rose gold accents on the hands and the hour markers, the gilt printing on the dial.
I love the gilt. I love the gold on around the bezel markers and the hands.
I think it's really just a nice, like, just a killer vintagey type look, without being too over the top, like fake vintage.
Sure.
I love the hands, the Tudor Snowflake hour hand, and the second hand also that has the diamond on it.
Yeah,
I really like that.
as well.
And the crown tube and the big crown are
and
really nice.
And it's got a domed crystal, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That's pretty unique. Here, let me see if I can get a shot of that.
Domed sapphire.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I like that.
Yeah, there's not much to not like about it. But what do you dislike about this watch?
There's actually a few things I dislike. It is a little thick. I don't know if you can see. Sorry, my wrist is super hairy, but I think it's like 13 millimeters thick. But because the case is so just flat on the sides, and the case back is flat on the underside, it plays a lot thicker than that.
Okay.
It's really not that much thicker than a Submariner.
Yeah, I've never really noticed, but that is kind of thick.
But yeah, I mean, it is thick, and yeah, I mean, I guess that's one of the complaints that I've heard other people have about this watch.
Okay, compared to what I'm wearing, which is the GMT, so you can see that.
Yeah, yours looks thinner. Like, it's not that much thinner. I think it might only be a millimeter thinner, but because of the case back, the case back is just flat, and the sides are flat, so that makes it play thicker.
Okay, so
it's not a deal breaker for me though.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a deal breaker. I didn't even notice it when I was trying it on.
Yeah.
So.
And actually, sometimes the sides of the links can feel a little sharp, not quite as refined as like on my Submariner bracelet.
Let me just point out some things that I like about it. I like the kind of the grip right here on the bezel.
Yeah.
I think
it's really coiny.
Right, it is. It does. It looks just like a coin, like the coin rivets.
Yep.
Another thing, checking out the clasp. Ball bearings in the clasp. I was just saying in another video that it's just so smooth. You can see the ball bearings.
Yeah.
Let me get a shot of that. There it is. Okay, that ball bearing right there. You can see it's kind of an off-white color. And yeah, it's just so smooth. I was shocked when I put it on. It's
yeah, super nice buttery feel to it.
Exactly. That's the word I used, buttery.
Yeah.
Whereas something like a lot of the Rolex bracelets, it's there's no ball bearing. It's just sort of a bent piece of metal, and you're kind of wedging it under the bent piece of metal. And it's,
this feels more secure, and like it won't wear down over time.
Yeah, and you've got that little, I guess, I don't know what you do with that little lip to help you take it off. Yeah.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah, yeah. So it's.
I also really like the clasp on this watch, like the engraving. The engraving I think is really nice.
Yep, that is.
It's just a really solid feeling clasp.
Yeah, that's not really a Rolex-y clasp. It's more. It reminds me of Omega clasps.
Yeah. And
solid in link, of course.
And this little like Tudor shield, kind of that it makes in the back. When I don't know if you can
Where's
see
that?
Like this little cutout here.
Oh, I didn't
Kinda like
never noticed that. That's
Tudor shieldy.
Oh, that's cool. It's like a hidden shield.
Yeah, kind of.
I've never noticed that.
So.
Tudor shield right there, right in the center, right there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So
I like that.
Oh, check out the crown. I really like the crown. I want to get a shot of that. I love the Tudor rose.
Sorry, it's so sweaty, man.
It's all right.
Freaking hot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. I love that design. I mean, it's just. I'm glad they didn't put the Tudor shield. Not that that would be a big thing or a bad thing, but I just think that's really like a nice touch there.
Yeah.
Something arty about it.
I agree.
And
lends to the vintage feel.
And so I bet that's kind of nice to wind, you know, nice and big.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure to wind.
Yeah, and you've got that kind of pointy sort of edge to the crown as well.
Yep. Same as on the bezel.
Okay, so anything else you don't dislike about it?
Not really. I think I like pretty much everything else.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So
one thing I do actually like to go in the category of likes that I forgot to mention is the bevels on the lugs.
Yeah, that is
I think
nice.
those are really nice. They're pretty sharp.
Yeah. And you got this new?
No, I got this used. I'm actually the third owner of this watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It looks mint. I would have thought that would be a new watch.
Yeah,
it's a good
under the right lights. It's got some places where you could pick out some scratches.
Yeah, don't we all?
And dings, but overall, it's not bad.
Excellent watch. All right. Well, so final thought, thumbs up.
Oh yeah, thumbs up for me.
I would give it a thumbs up as well. Thanks for letting us take a look at your watch.
Yeah, no problem.